Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Central Maryland. So today's the day. So we have to say goodbye to Sale-a-Bration. We have a few more hours until midnight tonight. So I wanted to share with you two projects today. But right now I'm showing you a fun fold, and I'll be back this afternoon, later this afternoon, with a second card to say goodbye to Sale-a-Bration. So let me turn the camera so we can get started. If you get sick, look away. The camera's moving. There it goes. And you'll see my ceiling, my light, probably my big head, until I can get the camera turned down to my workspace. Okay, there we go. Let me move this over a little bit. Let me pull this down. All right. And I am going to look at myself on my laptop, so if anybody joins me, I can say hey to you, or if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, let me see. What am I doing? Okay, that's what I'm doing. Doing the wrong thing. Clicking the wrong button. All right, Sale-a-Bration ends today, February 28th. This is the day. It's a sad time because Sale-a-Bration really is the best time of year, because you earn free things with a $50 order, a $100 order, or any multiple. Hey there, whoever's out there watching, thanks for joining me. So we have the adorable owls. Thanks a bunch. I made a card yesterday. Remember the Tahitian blue carrots? Yeah, funky. Dainty Flowers, that's what I'm using today. Unfortunately, Dainty Flowers is gone. Everybody loved it, so it's sold out, but there's other DSPs that are available, both in the Sale-a-Bration flyer and from the annual catalog. There's Day at the Farm, Sending Support. We use that one. I used that one on my first card yesterday. You can go back and see that. Also had Dainty Flowers, although I remade it with the Enjoy the Journey, because that is in the mini catalog, and that is now a Sale-a-Bration item until midnight tonight. After that, you have to pay for it. Favored Flowers, also $50 level. In the Country, beautiful stamp set. And then there's Beautifully Happy. That's at the $100 level because it has 17 stamps. But you can stamp the floral and then stamp the flowers and the leaves in colors, so you don't have to color them. If you're like me, you don't prefer that. You want the easy button. Dandy Designs, 12 by 12 paper, 48 sheets. That's a huge bundle, and that's why it's at the $100 level. And Host, you just have a few hours to place a $300 order or a $300 show, and you will get this exclusive Scenic Garden stamp set. You can only get it by being a host or hosting your own show. Join special. Awesome deal, let me tell you. You can get this mini cut emboss. So pay $129, get the $63 value boho blue, which is an upcoming in color, so this is very exclusive. And then you pick $175 worth of stuff from either the annual catalog or the mini catalog. Don't want the blue one, you can get the white one. Now that is in the annual catalog, but the same deal. Pay $129, get the mini cut and emboss machine, and then you pick $175 worth of stamp sets, papers, whatever you want from the annual catalog. Don't need a mini cut and emboss machine in either color? Well then, pay $99 and still pick $175. That's a lot of Stampin' Up! Products, let me tell you. It's a great join special, absolutely no obligation. If you've already been a demonstrator in the past, you're welcome to take advantage of this special, and there is absolutely no obligation to do more than just enjoy your Stampin' Up! Stuff. Hit me up, because this offer ends today at actually 2 a.m. in the morning. It says midnight, but it's actually 2 a.m. So let's jump right to what I'm using. So this is my fun fold. This is called a offset gated fun fold. So here I've used that DSP that you can no longer get, and another piece inside. Now this stamp set and the stamps and this die to make this oval are actually the Framed Florets. Now this is in the mini catalog, so there's a Framed Florets stamp set. You get some floral images, some leafy images, flowers, and these sentiments, a birthday sentiment, a thank you sentiment, a friend sentiment, special day sentiment, celebrate. I mean, this really is very versatile. So, and the good thing about this, it comes in this mini catalog, the January to April mini catalog. It's on page, ooh, let's get there. It's on page, let's see, page 65. I went a little past it. Let's go. Here we go. Page 65, and there you can see the stamp set and the die bundle here. This bundle is a 10% saving, so you can get that bundle for $54. $54 qualifies you to pick something from the Sale-a-Bration catalog for free, or some of the new items that they've added. So anyway, you need to check that out, because that special is going away today. Did I say? At midnight tonight. Alright, let's jump right into this. Here is my card kit. I've cut and prepped everything. We actually made this card in my club, my stamp club, in January, because I wanted to show off. So I've cut, this is a half sheet of DSP, and I have scored it for this offset fold. I've already pre-scored it. And if you check out my blog, it's stampinghair.blogspot.com, and that's in the description below. You can find the link to that blog post, and I will have all the cutting measurements and scoring measurements in that post, so check that out. And while you're doing that, remember to like and subscribe, or like and follow my Facebook page, subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you will get notified whenever I go live or post new projects. So we're going to turn this so that this narrow side is on the right, and I'm going to dry fit it. So here's that beautiful paper that's no longer available unless you got there early and ordered back. I'm not sure when it went off center. So we're going to stamp on this white piece. I'm going to take this border from the Framed Florest. I'm going to put that around the side of it. And then, oh, forgot this little piece of DSP. That little piece goes right there. And then this will go on the back. So we need to stamp on this and on this white piece that goes inside. Oh, everything's moving. Okay, so I will be using, now you see the sun's finally coming out. 2 days no sun, and now it comes and it's right in my workspace, which I'm not going to complain about that. So the first thing is this floral image from the Framed Florest, and I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to bring in my scrap paper, because you know that I do not like ink to mess up my pristine stamping space. I'm going to ink up this floral, and I want to kind of get the top of it with this flower. I want at least one solid image. So actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I am going to bring in my sentiment. So this one says, for a special person on a special day. And I'm going to put that in the center. And that way, once I have that down, I can stamp my flowers. And I know I'm going to have room for my sentiment. So let me get my head kind of in here, straighten this up. That looks about right. And then just give it a nice press in a couple seconds to transfer. Perfect. And now let's come back to this stamp, and I want 2 flowers. And so I'm going to put these kind of down here and make sure that you can look through, because they're photopolymer, and that helps you in getting a good placement. So ink it up again. Same deal. I want some flowers and some foliage up here. Make sure I get some good ink on that. And ooh, like this, I think. Look through it. That looks great. Give it a press, a couple seconds. Awesome. Okay, and then the front is done, and now for the inside, I wanted to put a happy birthday. So if you remember, on the inside we had this piece of DSP. So typically I would center it in this white piece, a white space, but I'm going to have this DSP, so let's just lay that on there, and that will help me with the placement of my sentiment, because now I can center it in the remaining white area. And this is birthday wishes, wishes for a beautiful birthday. I would love to get this card or send it to one of my besties. That Memento Black looks so good. So we're going to bring back this floral image, and I'm just going to ink that up and put that down on the lower right hand corner. And make sure it's all inked up. And it's kind of a triangle, so it fits really nicely right into that corner. And that is all the stamping for this project. That went rather fast, right? Now let's take our scrap paper away. I'm just going to leave this as is, so let's adhere this piece of DSP. So you can see I used another pattern from that paper stack. You can make this card with any of the DSPs that are still on the Sale-a-Bration list. They did add some from the regular catalog. Well, let's see, they added the Journey, Enjoy the Journey. That was from the mini catalog. I can't remember if they added a different DSP, but there are plenty to choose from. Now for this front piece, I did do some watercolor-like treatment. So I have my watercolor pencils, assortment 2, and I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grape, the Garden Green, and the Crushed Curry. So let me pull those out. This one, Gorgeous Grape. This one is Garden Green. And then this one, that's Cajun Craze. Let's find where that yellow one is. Uh-oh, not in here. Is it? There it is. Looks kind of brownish, but it's actually, when it colors, it will be Crushed Curry. So I am just going to lightly, let's bring this back so you can see that the front of that is what I use. So Gorgeous Grape. And if you just, I found if you just do a light color, that's all you really need. And we'll bring in a blender pen later, and that will activate this watercolor pencil. And it'll look very much like a watercolor, like you've watercolored it, even though it's not. And so if you do light, but then you can also add some dark, you press a little bit harder, and you can get some dark shading in here. Now, pencils are really good for that. I think we have a little bit, I don't know if that's a leaf or a flower. And same with these petals. I'm just going to do a light coloring of them. Maybe I should have done some of this beforehand. It's very therapeutic. I don't know if anybody else enjoys coloring. It's not usually my jam, but just a little bit like this I can usually not suffer through, but get color and enjoy it. If it's any more than this, I might not enjoy it so much. All right, I think that's about it. And then we're going to bring in the green and do these leaves. And again, however much you press on it, that will give you a darker, if that's what you're looking for. Here comes the sun again. It's lovely, lovely. Been missing it. It was really gray and dreary yesterday. I'm gonna make these leaves. I'm not so sure these are leaves, but today they're going to be leaves. And then the final is I bring in the Crushed Curry and do the center of these flowers. And now we're just about ready to bring in the blender pen. So Now this looks red, but it's not. These stain, and so they really are clear. So let me do all the gorgeous scraping. You see how it smooths out those pencil lines and really does make it give it a watercolor effect. And I'm just going to keep doing my gorgeous grape petals before I clean it and go to the next color, because it will pick up some of that color. So you can see, you can really see the difference here where the blender pen smooths out all those pencil marks. So here you can still see them. Let me do that. Go over that, and it just smooths it out, and now you can no longer see those pencil marks. Pretty cool. And then clean it off, make sure all that purple is gone, and we'll move on to the garden green leaves. And the same thing. Just touch it with the blender pen, and it smooths out the pencil marks, activates it, brightens it up, brightens the color, because now you've activated that. And now the final, clean off my blender pen again, make sure all the yellow and green are gone, and then we're going to do this yellow centers and blend them out. So, lovely. Okay, so now that I'm done, I cleaned out my pen and I can put that away, and it's good to use for the next time I need blender pen. Now it's time for assembling. So let's start with the inside. Oh, I have all these pieces. So we've opened so the small flap is going to be on the right hand side. That's our insert. So I'm bringing my liquid glue, and I do love liquid glue just because it gives you a little bit of leeway for placement. If you don't get it quite right this first time or quite straight, you can lift it up, but that time went well. And now I'm bringing my piece of DSP, matches what's on the inside, so we're kind of carrying a little bit of that outside design to the inside of the card. Okay, get my liquid glue and put this piece down. All right, now for our front, there's our Dainty Flowers DSP. It's so pretty. It's kind of water background. It's just lovely, The colors, they just work so well together, and I'm sure everybody saw that, and that's why the supplies did not last, because everybody wanted to have it. And then we'll just center that on our card front. And now we have our gatefold, and then our sentiment we're going to put. Now, the first thing is I want to put this Framed Florest down, and that's going to gauge where I adhere I want this to be straight, the frame to be straight, and I'm only adhering it on the right side because I want this part to be able to lift up and open the card. So let's see, maybe I should straighten this up, put this down, and that's going to be my guide. I'll lift that up, and I'm only putting glue on the right side. Put this down about there, and I will put a backing oval on this to kind of secure it. All right, that looks good. All our glue is on the right hand side. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to use this on the back side of it. Just fit that right into the oval. So I know I just need a little glue here on this edge. Just a little there. Hope you can see this. Yes, it's in the camera view. So fit it inside that oval. Like that. Put this side down, and now put some glue. We're going to glue the front to the back. Glue in here. And definitely over there on that right hand side. And get it going the right way. And it should sit right inside that frame. I think that's perfect. Okay, so there is our card. Now we need just a little bit of bling. And I'm using these iridescent rhinestones. They're just so, I don't know if you can catch how iridescent they are. Just pretty cool. So I'm bringing in my pick your tool. And it has a putty end, so it's very easy to pick these up. And I'm going to do a bigger one over here, a smaller one kind of next to it, and I like to do a triangle, and this will be a smaller one down on this side, so it kind of draws your eye, that triangle. And there is the card. So remember, today is the last day of celebration. Get your orders in to enjoy some free items before 2 a.m. Take advantage of the join special. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. Remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube. Follow my Stampin' Up business page if you're on Facebook. And remember, stamping is fun. Bye!